push play.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, crew. You are back live with the skipper and the swab. We are so happy to be here with you. Apologies for whatever happened with the video and the time change, but the home crew has been in here for like an hour, Dad. And it's so good to talk to you all. And welcome back from your trip, Bobby. Good to hear Leon's doing good, Becky. Man, great message from Cody this morning. Love you guys. Love you guys. How you doing? Morning, Frank.
Good. Yeah. Crawfish in the house. So I'm really, I never even. Anyway, good morning, everybody. I'm not going to start off with apologies here today, but
no,
I didn't even. I'm busy, man. I didn't even know that today was time change, and it did affect our programming. And I don't know why StreamYard didn't catch it, but there you go.
Yeah. Oops. However, we got a good one, don't we, Dad?
Yeah.
I really loved your content this week. Got some stuff to ask you about. Got a fun reveal. Had a really cool little spiritual connection story from the spring as well. What do we do? Where do I run first, Dad? We need to get back onto your freedom rant as well.
No, that one's
We'll
finish with that maybe.
There we go.
Good morning. I want to say this. Yet another week went by and the world didn't collapse and it didn't crash and the boogeyman didn't, kick in your front door.
Mm-hmm.
And so economically, I honestly believe, just want to put this out there because I'm one of the people that opposes 90% of the people on the internet and X. We are not headed for a crash. Crypto is not in a bubble. AI is not in a bubble. Technology is coming. Your future is not collapse. Your future is not recession. And I just want to point that out to everybody because everybody asks me the same question. And it's really gets a little old after a while. Well, I heard this guy told me, and I'm like, okay. Like, I just want to cover this real quick, Brent.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to make a show out of it. 2020, the first 4 or 5 months of 2020, you cannot have a bigger recession globally than shutting everything off. Did you starve to death? No, you didn't. So the second half of 2022 into the second half of 2021 was one of the largest economic booms in the history of man because they were handing people just stimmy checks. Boom, we printed, $20 trillion, just handed it to the world, including 24 trillion to the banks all around the world, by the way. So in that economic crash, did you get rich? No. In the wealthiest, rich, abundant 6 months of the history of man, did you get wealthy? No. So it's not about how the economy is doing. It's how you're doing right here. What's between your ears? Like every time the economic boom comes along and there's a cycle and it's an upward trend and everything goes great, did you get rich? Did you do well? Did you financially crush the market? No, you probably didn't. You just went to work 9 to 5. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is the world is not going to a handbasket. Okay? It's not. Either way doesn't necessarily matter really to you because in economic boom or bust, your life pretty much stayed level. I mean, unless you were completely affected, and some people really were, and they had to change jobs and change careers, and I get all that. But again, so what does that tell us, Brent, on a spiritual law of attraction, universal belief system. You can thrive in any market, is what it tells me. You can thrive in boom and bust. So why don't you just get out and thrive?
On Thursday, you kept asking the same question and then kept giving some examples of that. And the question was, do we have enough? And do we have enough is between the ears. And something that we've personally, I know my dad and I have worked on spiritually, and he really tried to hammer it like a nail into my brain, was kind of ridding yourself of that belief of lack. Yeah. And I've been in a situation for years where basically paycheck to paycheck, and hasn't always been that way, but because of the choices I've made to grow and to change and to do things like this and to have greater opportunities, even though I feel, I look at my bank account, I'm like, dude, I feel broke. Like, I'm grinding, I'm trying. Still, like, I've tuned in hard enough to where it's like, oh no, dude, the opportunities are coming. I've surrounded myself with people that actually believe that. And that belief and that just ability that we have to just get up and keep going and try at it again tomorrow and the next day is everything. Is showing up is everything. It is truly 90%. And I'm sure there's some luck in there. But I also don't really believe in coincidence as much anymore. I think the what you want and how you connect to this world will attract that to you. You will have conversation with somebody and they're like, dude, I have a situation where this is exactly what's going on with my brother. I'm like, dude, here's my phone number. That's what happened this morning, Dad. I went to get the old caffeine so I could be all wired up for y'all, not sleep through a show. And I'm talking to this guy and we're both like, yeah, man, great morning. It's just beautiful out. Like, beautiful fall here. And and I'm like, yeah, I'm about to go to work too. And he's like, what are you doing on Sunday? I'm like, I do a YouTube channel. Yeah, with my dad. We've been doing this for years. And he's like, no way. He starts asking me questions. Yeah. And he's like, we get to the end of that, and I'm kind of explaining how you build a YouTube channel and how I would do it now, and how we kind of advise people like Cody and, the sisters and, whoever else in here wants to start one someday. And he's like, dude, I'm just asking for my brother, because my brother is just getting he was incarcerated for like 25 years. And when he was in there, he got just hooked on therapy and counseling. And he's like, dude, when I get out, I want to start a channel and I want to help people rehabilitate. Does that sound familiar, Dad?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what my stepmother does. Yeah. Essentially for free on here. She gives away her knowledge and her services to do that very thing. And we have friends because of that who rehabilitated and came out and just want to be who they're supposed to become.
Yeah.
And so they're just, even if your whole, like, half of that person's life, maybe more, is just, he's been incarcerated. It's like, that guy sounds like he's got hope and he's got something to give. And
more hope than most people that you run into on the street, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And his act together probably a lot better too, believe it or not.
Yeah. Something to fight for, something to live for, something instead of taking. Now he's aiming to be a giver. And yeah, I'm with you, Dad. I loved your rant about the Fed and stable coins. I I really vibe with that one. That was half my notes today. I don't see it because this feels like kind of that quantum leap period technologically
Yes.
where yes, we go through bubbles and yes, we go through these things. It feels like decade to decade, but we're at the precipice of this huge leap in the efficiency of not just what we're looking into in these trading tools, but also like we're meeting people that are creating super batteries that are
Yeah.
cleaner and more efficient and can fuel entire cities. And that, do we have enough electricity? Do we have enough trading bots to go around? Do we have enough? Yeah. I think we're all constantly creating, and be a part of that mindset. Even if it's hard right now, even like you said, Dad, if you're working on your health, man, if you can just get the happiness and the wealth thing right, and if you can just turn your brain into the happy zone.
Yeah.
I also went to healing school, folks. There's something going on in this world. How we're all still alive today is a miracle. It's a miracle that all I've survived.
No, that's right.
And I'm thriving. So that's what I want to see for all of us going forward in our wealth, our happiness, and our health. Did I say all three of those?
Hey, yeah.
Wealth and happiness.
Yeah.
Get it, Drew. Get it.
It's
You deserve them all.
I started down that really lately, mainly because how, like you just mentioned a minute ago, Brent, there's no such thing as coincidence. There's life, and you call out and you think about it and you vibrate to it, or you put energy out in the universe about it, and then it comes to you. So it's not coincidence. It's pretty much you called for this. You called for that thing to come, right? One way or another. So as fate would have it, health has become an issue with many of the people, because many of the people that watch this channel are, face it, my age, and they're running into health issues and things like that. So I ran into a doctor recently. I'm not going to get into it today, but I ran into a doctor that's really helping a lot of people out. And she's doing miraculous things with a lot of different ways and with people. And it's going to be incredible. So stay tuned for health and wealth. But the health part really going forward is going to be amazing. I can't wait for you guys to figure out or see. In fact, Christy, hey girl, come on back later. You were mentioning something recently about your husband, and I will tell you that those kind of health things can be obviously healed from within, because we heal ourselves too. Everybody gets proven by that, because if you cut your wrist or something like that, or not intentionally, you cut your finger, and your body heals itself. So in many different ways. So you can do all those things as well. But there's people that are figuring a lot of stuff out with AI and technology and stuff like that, that are fixing the human body. And I really believe within 2 years, they're going to completely eliminate cancer, because when AI objectively looks at the issues and all the data and the 50 years of data we have on it, and doesn't have a bias or a slant, I just want to fix the equation. I think we're going to have some serious breakthroughs coming forward. And I'm not implying that anybody's hiding anything. I'm not saying it like that. What I am saying is that AI is going to look at it objectively. Oh, I know what I was going to say. You just mentioned something, and something came to me the other day after I did that video on Thursday about the Federal Reserve. and how much trouble they're in and how stable coins are going to change the world. The velocity of money and the liquidity of money is changing today. Okay. It's changing right now. And what I mean by that is this. It's minuscule what's going on in stable coins right now. But as soon as that becomes 1 to 2 to 3, 4, 5% of our total liquidity globally, it will be the most significant thing in the world. It'll be more significant than central bankers. And I think they know that. And this is why they've been so negative about all of it. The Genius Act still is beyond me how that got passed. But we will look back at that day and we'll say, oh my God, that was when money changed. Now, let me talk about something that hit me really hard the other day. When you understand what that means to have total liquidity at everybody's fingertips, and it can be in any form or fashion or any country denomination, typically it's going to be the US dollar. Here's what that means. That means you can use it all at once, or you can sell it all at once, or pull it all out at once, all at the same time. So when we look back at the second largest bank crash in the history of mankind, which was Signature Bank. Signature Bank took 48 hours to completely liquidate that business. And it happened on a Sunday, started on a Sunday. Well, the future of stable coins is even more dramatic because everybody in the world are going to be able to say, oh, I'm out. I'm going from said stable coin to such stable coin. In other words, you're in Zimbabwe and you got your stable coin from your country and it's falling like a rock within seconds. Everybody in that nation's going to go to, I don't know, Tether immediately. USDC, whatever. Immediately, they're going to flee their currency because it's a sinking ship. And I'm talking about within hours, not 48 hours. When you understand what that means to the global banking system, they're in panic mode. Because you either have the best product and the best money and the most sound money and the most honest system, or the entire world's going to flee what you have. So this is going to bring, for 100 years, the decline for you and I has been the value of money. Decline, decline, decline. Look what's good. Look what I just said there. What's about to do is that's about to stop. And they're going to have to make their money more valuable than the money next door. And they're going to compete with their money. And the Costco money has to be better than the Walmart money. And the Walmart money has to be better than the next money. And the US has to be better than the British pound. And the British pound has to try and compete with the Swiss franc. When you see that stair step starting going up and more quality and more reasons to give back to get people to stay within your stable coin network, the value comes back to the people after it's left for 100 years. This is why China does not like stable coins. This is why the prime minister or whatever he was, finance, came out from China and actually came out and said, well, Trump's doing the wrong thing here. This is a big mistake in the US's part. They should really go back to traditional ways of backing their currency by gold, which is what the real world standard is. Well, they're in panic. When they say something like that, when a country, a communist party tells you that that's what they want to do, what is that? That sounds like centralization to me.
Right.
Why is that important to China? Because immediately everybody who's wealthy in China can take their money and put them into US dollars. The collapse of your country could happen literally just like Signature Bank in 48 hours. Wrap your head around that concept. And then you're like, oh boy. And what happens when things get cheaper, better for the customer, the downline user? Look what Uber did to taxis. Look what, it's kind of controversial at this point, but this robo-taxi that Elon's coming out with is going to wipe Uber off the planet within 2 years. There won't be Uber. All Uber will be unmanned robo-taxi cars. And like, why? Well, because Uber's $20 to go to the airport and robo-taxi is $5. That math happens fast. That's what Uber did to the taxi driver. And once that happens, it's like a domino effect. So what they're trying to do now is figure out who's going to have the supreme stable coin, who's going to be the most valuable country that says, our currency better than all the rest. Well, what these governments are going to have to do is figure out, I got to get out of the currency business. That's what they got to figure out. And they got to start doing something honest for their citizens, because it's all going to go to a US backed or euro or yuan or ruble. I don't know who's going to win that value basis. Today, I would have to say it'd be the US, but you don't know. You don't know what's going to be the most valuable currency at this point. So how revolutionary is what we're doing right now? We're changing money. Unbelievable right now.
The idea of all of us supporting decentralized money and trade is that rebalancing of the centralized world. And we were talking about health, Dad, and I'll say it, corporations and I'm sure governments have stifled the release and creation of cures, scientific cures that people have invented for many things. When you and I create a more decentralized world where those ideas can be shared on the blockchain for an exchange, a token, the use of the blockchain itself, it's gotten outside of that centralized entity that's trying to block it or make us a servant of it.
Yeah.
I worked in medicine 10 years, guys. It's not the business of healing. It is the business of Band-Aids and temporary fixes and buy our product. And that's not how you and I think. That's not how you and I were born to live and be. It's just not. It's this manufactured crap that I think generation to generation, we're just going to weed it out. We're just going to get that much wiser. And through communication, through technology, through all of this, people like us sharing and wanting to be humanitarians, and people like I know all of you are, you all got it inside of you. I've heard it. We want to share those gold nuggets, and we will find a way to share those gold nuggets. And when we hear not just about wealth stuff, guys, when we hear about the health stuff, we're going to share that stuff with you. That's what this thing's all about.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We gotta
travels, Craig. We'll talk to you soon.
Peace and love, Craig.
Hey,
we got a big shout out today, Dad. Hero of the week. You said on your last channel too, Dad. Simon, thank you for being who you are in this space, and helping that couple and putting in the work, putting in the weeks to literally restore people's wealth and hope, and not letting it just go away or vanish or get taken. And wipe your chin and walk away. It's like, no, somebody like Simon's fighting for us. And he reminded me of something. He fought for me this week. He reminded me that I'm a heart for this thing that we're doing and for people. And I want you to know that I see it in you too, bro. And as long as I have breath in my lungs, I will always want to be your friend and partner in anything. There's nothing I wouldn't help that guy do. So Simon, folks, he just keeps crushing it for us.
Oh yeah.
Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's definitely a captain in this crew we're on here for sure.
Yeah.
He does all the little things, That's it's big. It's really big. And we should promote something too. I don't know if I'm going to make it because I'm going to be flying. I'm getting up at 3 a.m. and I'm going to be flying all day as I'll be going to the East Coast tomorrow morning. But tomorrow night at 7:00, and Simon put the link in there before, but I'm sure he's going to repost it again. There's an open every 2 weeks on a Monday. We're going to do 7:00 Eastern. We're going to have a Q&A with all the Go Baby traders. And we'll have Ed, the founder, in occasionally, probably pretty much every show, I would guess. And then, it's on a Zoom. Yeah. It's on a Zoom call. And it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to be able to ask all those questions. So I'm not sure if I want to buy one yet. All those questions, or how do I tweak it a little bit? How do I fix this? How do I don't understand this part. What does this button do? Why does it do that? All of those simple, basic questions will be answered. We'll just be on there for hours answering those questions for you. I don't know that I'll make it every single night, but I will be there every Monday that I can. My time is, everybody's time is precious, but my days are filling up quickly. So I will pop in there as much as possible on Mondays. But you don't need me. You got Simon, you're going to have Edward, and you're going to have Attila, and often you're going to have Ed, the founder, creator. So
yeah,
there you go. There's the link right there.
I want to send those guys a big thank you. And we're hearing really good stuff about the trader. My dad told me a really cool story last night. So man, excited to see you guys use that thing right, and for us to have channels going forward to where we're going to have the help, and people doing it, and more of us understanding it. That'll be something that I'm doing in the future too. So excited to share my setup story and get on it. As soon as I can do that, I will.
Yeah.
Reveal. We're kind of in love fest mode right now, but I got something fun. I got something funny. Man, great to have you all in here. We got 100. We're 100 deep this morning. Thanks for being in here, crew. Okay. Dad's flying out to Fort Lauderdale tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Gonna do awesome promotional video, man. So excited for your ideas on that. And still some opportunity for people who want to go. There's still plenty of tickets, which is great. So Dad saw this cool shirt company on Amazon when I was just flipping through there looking for crypto and spiritual books. And I was like, yeah, I could design something. I could throw our stuff in there. I need a golf shirt for Florida. So little Patreon content for y'all this morning.
Uh-oh.
You know, if I'd play some music, but it'd probably be copyrighted.
Yeah. Nice. The crew too.
The crew. I had to put my favorite number on there.
Yeah.
Oh, we got it.
You've clearly been working out. It's nice.
Dude.
I like it.
Jersey on it.
Wow.
We gotta throw a little yellow in there.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cannot wait. I'm gonna be doing a housing idea. Dad and I were running through last night. For people that want to save a little money on the hotels, I'm gonna be looking into renting like a little bungalow, like a little crew house. You know, we're going to try to find some cheap ones that are right next to the beach and try to get that set up. So I'll give you guys some info on that as I dial that in.
That's funny. Yeah, I could get a jersey with number 1 on it.
Yeah.
1 and 2.
1 and 2.
And Robin.
Yeah.
That's
well,
good.
2 is cool too because of the partnership. You know, it's like two's my number. 2's me and you.
Yeah.
I'm
a big fan of number 4 actually, but
yeah,
number 1 would work for me too.
Yeah.
So Brent's going to get a little place. You figure out what place you're going to get, Brent, for you.
Mm-hmm. I've literally lived out of bunkhouses there for 1.5 years, so that shouldn't be too difficult.
No.
I'm glad you thought of that. We're gonna get some cool spots for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're reasonably priced, especially if you put in like, 3-4 people all in it together. It's
yeah.
I mean, I'm renting a 7-bedroom. 6 bedrooms are suites in one house with a pool and a dock in the backyard for a week, and it's just over $1,000 for 7 days. Like, I know you have to split that with 7 other people, but this is a mansion. It's like unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason why I went that way was because, well, 2 reasons, but it was the house that I could find that had the biggest wide open kitchen and living space where I could get 15 or 20 of my closest friends in there, with a drink in their hands, and either before the show or after. And it would be, doable in the house. Most houses aren't set up that way, that wide open space,
Mm-hmm.
it would take. So, yeah. Yeah, like it really is. First of all, the show is coming very quickly. I'm really amazed, and I'm really excited about how it's all lining up. We're doing. Wait till you see. Can't wait to do this promo video. I have so many great ideas. I watched a promotional video, a YouTube channel that does promotional videos, and it inspired me so much. I was like, oh, I'm doing that, and I'm doing that, and I'm doing that. And I'm like, so it'd just be fun making them. I'm probably going to do a couple of them. I'm going to Ron and I are going to try to put a couple together when I'm there in Fort Lauderdale with him. And it's fun. It's just fun creating. I love it. Yeah. Our ideas aren't revolutionary, but they should be entertaining. And I won't make it too long and too boring.
Dad, do you know what platform you use to rent the house?
I didn't use Airbnb. I used the other one. Elizabeth and I did it together. Was it Tua or something like that? Tua? I don't know. Anyway, there's so many great deals. I know it's peak season in the Lauderdale area, but there's really good deals in the town, little town just south of there called Hollywood, Florida. Yeah, really good deals.
Oh,
Renting homes or Verbo. Sorry, that's it.
by the way, Clay, sorry I've missed your calls. It was just this. I get 2 scam calls a day, and I get this random number coming up on my phone. I'm like, pass,
Yes,
That's my brother Clay in there. Dang it.
yeah.
Shoot me a text today, brother. Let's chat soon. I would love to get a good group of us together to stay. That would be really fun. VRBO, was that what it is, Dad? VRBO.
Yeah. I had this email sent to me, and it was like, okay, so you're tired of being poor? You want to get rich? Like literally, I was like wanting to read more, and I'm like, man, I am not going down. I am not clicking on that, and I know where that's headed, but I'm sure it was about crypto.
I get this one every day now.
What does it say?
Hey, we're helping people access new opportunities. Want info?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, already on that one. Thank you.
The one I get a lot too is, we have a YouTube channel, obviously, but like all these people are promoting, like, I must get 5 to 10 a day. Hey, I'm head of, R&D for this company and this company, and they're all like trading bots and crypto companies, and some of my are I'm sure almost all of them are reputable, but I mean, I don't even know where to start as we get so much promotion. And I'm like, no, I'm good on that. No, I don't need that. I don't need this. We could edit your videos. Clearly your thumbnails need a lot of help. And I'm like, yeah, thanks. Why don't you just go ahead and insult me while you're trying to get my business?
Yeah.
It's fun. Yeah. Everything about my channel could use a lot of brushing up.
A little tuning up. Yeah. Start times, thumbnails, our banner, our lighting, our sound, pretty much everything,
Yeah, that's right.
You guys are here, so it must be all right.
Somebody asked me again, hey, Ellie, are you going to Vegas again this year? I was like, yeah, I'll probably go to Vegas for sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Our patron saint of crypto. Agreed.
To answer Atlantic Living's question earlier, yes, I still have all my ADA. I still have all my Cardano. I've never sold a single one of them.
Smart.
I don't think I ever said it was my number one holding. Or maybe I did. I don't know why I would say that, but it's not. But it's probably number 3 for me. Probably number 3.
I think right before we started this, we were hot on it. We weren't hot enough on it like Dave, but we're pretty hot on Cardano.
Oh, I bought almost all my Cardano at like 11 cents.
Dude.
15, 11, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
No, that's not accurate. 4 cents. I started buying Cardano when it was 3 to 4 cents. That was 8 years ago. Yeah. H-bar, I'll tell you another one that you guys, not financial advice, but Ondo. Ondo is not going down anytime soon. Ondo is headed norte, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
It's what they just did with Chainlink, with the Swift system, and all the rest of it. It's like, oh boy, here they go. Here they go. Ondo wants to tokenize everything on all the trades. Ondo's like doing everything Solana wants to do, basically, in a nutshell. Yeah.
They might be able to capture a lot of market on that.
Yeah.
Ondo could be the real deal.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, Ondo's working with not just BlackRock, they're working with Citadel, and Citadel and BlackRock are working together to create the next crypto exchange in Texas. Yes, they are big involved in that. Are they going to be the only ones that tokenize it? No, but like they're going places. They're already built in. They're already locked in. They're not like, oh, okay, we're going to go use something else. Yeah, they'll also use something else. It's not like this is something I need to talk to everybody about here this morning. And this is very, very important. Okay. I know every time somebody says that, this is the truth. No.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're waiting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We lose ourselves in these cryptos. Crypto is a network, and I'm talking about all of them. To think that you're going to simply pick one coin or 4 coins, and those are the coins that are going to win. Okay, maybe, probably, especially if you've got the top 10 or 20, they're all going to have different victories. They're all going to have different levels of victories. They're not all going to win the same percentage. And there's nothing wrong with that, okay, with getting it right or wrong or whatever you might want to call it. What I want everybody to realize is what you own. That I could say this stronger today than I've ever been able to say it before. If you don't own crypto right now, you're blind to the future. You've just got a wall up that, oh, well, that's just a get rich quick scheme or whatever your thing is, whatever the ignorance of your knowledge for the reason of whatever coin or even getting into coins is, it's your lack of knowledge. It doesn't mean that you know so much about XRP that it's going to be the single greatest coin in the history of man. I want you to understand that nuance there. Because you've focused on that coin so much, again, coincidence, law of attraction, whatever you want to call it, you have focused on it so much, you think it's the project. It's the project of all mankind. Well, that's like saying there's only one car manufacturer. Well, who wants to live in that world? Nobody wants to live in that world. And we won't live in that world. There will be numerous coins that all crush this market.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people came to me last week and they were very disappointed because channels that I won't speak who they are have been telling people for 5 years that XRP was going to be the new Swift system. And I'm like, okay, well, who told them that? Like, I haven't read that before. Like, it's going to assimilate a Swift system. It will be like the Swift system. It might not be the Swift system, and it will be a network in which there are billions, if not trillions, daily running on, but it is not the only coin that's going to move coins around or property or value around. Okay. it's okay to own more than one coin, people. It's okay. I know Bitcoiners really struggle with that one.
Yeah.
They really do. Well,
Yeah.
so do XRP people, by the way. But
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I know, like, there's people in this chat where the only coin they own is XRP.
Hmm.
And there's nothing wrong with, that, except for,
You're not potentially capturing the whole effect, the whole coming market.
yeah.
You know, what if
You don't just want a sports car.
Mhm.
You're going to need a truck. You're going to need a moving van. You're going to need an 18-wheeler. The future of transportation isn't just a two-seater.
Mhm.
And that's how you have to really look at this whole thing. So when I say all that, the reason why I gave that prefix of how important this all is that exchange that is coming to Texas, I read quite a bit about, heard some scuttlebutt here and there. I will tell you, the networks that they're building that thing on already exist. So in other words, they're not going to go in, the Citadel and BlackRock aren't going to go in there and go, let's just reinvent a brand new coin. No, they're not doing that. I know speculation in Wall Street for the last 5 to 10 years is, oh, well, we'll just create our own coin. It's like, no, you won't. No, you won't. Because the ideas and the brainchild of these coins that were 5 and 10, and I can't believe Bitcoin the white papers turned 17 on Halloween. 17 years old. So,
Wow.
and that's a good analogy too, right there. That's what crypto is. It's a 17-year-old, a little immature, getting strong, getting real strong, getting to be reckoned with. Not real mature yet, a little squirrely.
Yeah.
But boy, by the time it hits 2025, it's a raging power, a force to be reckoned with globally.
Mhm.
Yeah. Almost like an Olympic athlete. It's like, yeah, they're pretty good at 17, depending on the sport, obviously. But by the time they're 25, they're man strength. So, yeah. Yep. Anyway, I don't know what I was even rambling about.
No, it's a cool point because like the group, just started running off. It's like, yeah, Ondo. Don't forget about Axelar. Hey, I'm looking into Hedera and looking at the connections to AI. I'm looking at this and this and this and this. It's a really good point, Dad. I mean, our channel, our group, like, yeah, what we're understanding now. I mean, we have talked about that connection on here, with Swift, and what we're seeing now is it's like it's going to take a portion of that market and that exchanging of value for sure. It's looking that way. But like you said, it is its own vehicle and so much better of a vehicle. I think like the last 2 years, us just getting in and talking about it, and it's really the one that I discuss with people. It's what I'm like digging in harder and harder is XRP. Just because I want to really understand the ins and outs, and it is the one that I want to have more of in my bag.
Yeah.
But I need to remember that point that you just said. It's like, well, these other ones are going to do different things, and do I want to miss out on doing those different things? I think our personal success, Dad, has obviously been growing this community, but through that community, we've found people have come to us with opportunities and great ideas and different things, totally different sectors of trade, of investing, of technology. And to say, no, I'm just a crypto guy. I'm just an XRP person. I'm just going to, all my eggs are going to be in this basket. I think it closes you off to all the opportunities that are coming to us. And to miss out on, some of the knowledge, like Zippy knows to watch his videos about Flare and see what Flare is going to capture within like this growing XRP train that is about to, be able to trade, any type of asset 1-to-1 across the world. That is so huge. Like,
Yeah.
to connect yourself and to build that network, like Flare and others have done, that some of those investments, I feel like in the future, like I don't have, a tenth of the bag my dad has. So I'm going to be looking, as I'm starting to make money and I have my career really kicking in butt now, I'm about 40. It's kind of that time where it's like, okay, I'm going to keep accruing. There are going to be some investments and things in crypto that I'll be looking at down the road that are 4 cents. And I'm like, dude, this thing's the new Ethereum. This thing's the new this is Ondo's going to capture this trading market. Why wouldn't I get in on that? Why wouldn't I at least look at it?
Yeah.
And research it.
Son, you just said one of the
better about all that. And I plan on that.
You just said one of the cruelest and meanest things you've ever said to me. You're 40?
Dude,
no,
I'm turning 40.
There's no way my son is 40.
I'm turning 40 the Tuesday after our Florida trip.
That's painful.
It was awful.
Like, oh my God, I have a 40-year-old son.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's hard
it happened to us, dude. It happened to us.
I remember the moment you were born, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a big day.
Yeah.
I got to change the channel on that because it's making me feel old. Because I don't, what's weird? I feel younger in the last month than I have in the last 5 years. I don't know what's going on, but I just do.
Something good's going on up there, Dad.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of it.
Good.
Yeah.
You just be right there.
Mark Saylor. Hey, brother, look me up at the show for sure. Man, send me an email. Shoot me an email, okay? And I will exchange phone numbers, and I can text with you. I'm going to dinner with the boys the night before the show, Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday night, with 4, 5, 6 of us. You're welcome. I would love to have you as a guest at our table. So, yeah, get a hold of me, man. Anybody that's going to be at the Fort Lauderdale show at the Hard Rock, man, let me know. And also, don't just say, oh, there's Alan over there. There he is. I just he's talking to 5 people, and I'll just sit over here and I'll just tell my friends I saw him. No, get over there, yank on my sleeve. Tell me you're here. Tell me you're there. Tell me what's going on, why you're there, what's happening, what's going on with your life, what your dog's name is. I love it all. Yeah. What do we got here?
The 8th. My cousin's is on the 8th, Bobby. Yeah, that's a good one. Aquarians are good ones, man. There's a lot of individuality, a lot of love coming from all the ones I know. A lot of open-mindedness. Hope your son's doing well, Bobby. Hope you had a good trip, bro.
Wow.
What else we got, crew? What are you all on about? Hope you all had an awesome Halloween. I was at Oompa Loompa with my friends. Just big gang of Oompa Loompas, you know.
Oh, cool.
Uh-huh.
That sounds like fun.
What do you get when you guzzle down sweets? A pain in the neck and a neck you up 3. My dad's on here. You would be wise to listen to me. How's the meditation room coming along? He gave me updates on the structure. The yoga studio started first, Cryptoa, and show y'all a picture. He built this platform on this hill that kind of jets out, and for the longest time they wanted to put just like a swing there, or like just a flat surface where Elizabeth does yoga. She actually taught me how to do yoga. And then let's see, where are we? So the yoga studio is coming along very, very nicely.
Oh yeah,
old man could build a structure. I mean, he can't build a door to save his life. Neither can his son. But
yeah,
we could throw it together.
Yeah, actually, no. I built the door. I built the door, double pane glass door from scratch, from 2 panes of glass.
Dude, no way.
On the sauna.
The sauna.
You haven't even seen the sauna yet.
Nope.
Yeah.
I gotta get out there.
Yeah. That
Machu Picchu. It is. It's Machu Picchu in the middle of like the John Muir wilderness. It's like camping out there. I miss Green Acres a lot.
Yeah.
That's a good place in the world.
Henry the puppy is doing awesome. Thanks, Becky. He's got such a kind spirit. He's very happy-go-lucky. Just a happy dog. Yeah. Yeah, there's something about growing up with your parents, I think, as a puppy.
Yeah.
Well, he was literally conceived on this property, right? Mm-hmm. And then grew up on this property. And I know grew up, and he's only 5 months old, but he didn't know anywhere else, really. I mean, it's like he's so comfortable that it's great.
That's cool. Professor, welcome in, my friend. Got the crew golf shirt ready to go for Florida, bro.
Oh yeah.
We're ready to get out there to see you. Speaking of, are you two linking up? Gotta link you two up. Dad's flying out there tomorrow.
Now hanging out with the staple crew, all is good. Yeah. Yeah, HP. Love it. Yeah, that game last night.
Man.
That was brutal, man. I'm a semi-Toronto fan only because we have a lot of family that live in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
And to see them lose the way they did was like, ouch. They were what, 1 out away or something?
Yeah, they took what was their bases loaded. They took one to the wall. And 2 outfielders almost collided catching it. They were like 2-inch slide at home plate away from winning that game. I mean, that's like the craziest World Series I've seen. And I watched the whole 18-inning game. I was pulling for Toronto hard, Canada crew, hard. Everybody here's a freaking Dodgers fan. Stinking Dodgers win another one.
Yeah.
Congrats to Dodgers fans out there. Happy for you guys. You got a good little ownership group behind you. Must be nice. But man, the Blue Jays were amazing. They played amazing. And it's hockey season now. So,
yeah.
Let's get it going.
Yeah, there's Renegade in the house. We got Professor and Renegade. We got the whole crew here.
Mm-hmm.
Got Clay.
Clay, we got to talk.
The other day.
Brother, we got to talk. My bad.
Well, I got to talk about this before we go.
Okay.
I do need to roll.
Mhm.
I'm still building and I'm still putting stuff together, still doing laundry for my trip in the morning. So you know how all that goes. I'm leaving here at 3 a.m. So to go East Coast is it's tough. You know, it's yeah. I people from the East Coast think, oh man, it's terrible going west. Except for you gain hours going west. I don't understand.
Yeah, you got a whole Friday
Yeah.
in front of you coming out here.
We lose time going your direction. But anyway, I want to get into what you and I talked about before the show, Brian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think it's really important the times in which we live today that, and people will say times are crazier today than they've ever been. In a lot of ways, I completely disagree with that because we have, like him or not, we have a president that's actually communicating with Russian government and communicating with Chinese government and meeting with them. And for the first time in a long time, I feel like peace is on the horizon. I really feel like, and I know he's all money and he's all monetary, but he does seem to care about people. And I think I like that. I don't even care if you like him or not. And I don't really, he's not my kind of cup of tea to begin with, but a president that cares about the people of the country or the world is probably a good thing to have.
Mm.
Now, I know that ticks off a lot of people, what I just said. And you know what? Good for you. You deserve that opinion of him or that view of him. You do. You know why? Because it's yours. Own it, live it, love it. I got it. And the differences between these two parties or people in the world who hate the way government's going or love the way the government's going or like the dollar or hate the dollar or whatever the situation might be. Yes, you are absolutely right. The world is in turmoil. If you want to pick one of those sides and stick a stake in the ground and say everybody has to think like I am right now, this is a problem. That is centralization. So let's remember, freedom has two sides, two edges on the sword. That person's right or belief to be free or freedom of speech or freedom of whatever is their freedom, is their right. In this man's opinion, God-given, born on this planet right, not border right, nation right, government right, political, religion, whatever your deal. Your right is to think how you believe and what you want to see happen in the world. If that opposes what your neighbor thinks or what this man believes, that's not an issue. That's not calamity. That's not chaos. That's called freedom, is what that is. I know a lot of people don't want other people to have a different opinion. That's not freedom. Freedom is what you have between your ears is yours and you own it. And respecting the fact that your neighbor gets that same right. And we're all neighbors, we're all brothers and sisters. And they get that right to oppose your beliefs. And I just want everybody to really remember that. Like, as frustrating as it can be, that you can't convince somebody to. People are so free on this planet. They're so free they can choose bondage, right? They can choose slavery or tyranny, and they can live in it, and they can't see a way out of it. You know, a spouse is beating them or whatever the situation, they can't see a way out of it. That's how free they are. And I know that doesn't sound right, but I want you to really wrap your head around the fact that you have the right to be or think whatever you want. And so does everyone else. And it's complicated. Very. You know how complicated it is? It's 8 billion souls complicated. That's how complicated it is.
Yeah.
And it can be a tangled up mess if you get wound up in it. Trying to convince your neighbor, your friend, or another country or a government or political party to think like you want them to think is not only a level of ignorance, it's a complete fool's game. There's no way to succeed in that. And you'll run your life ragged, and you'll sit one day with hospice, staring at some nurse and saying to yourself, why did I spend my life worrying about that? Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Please live your life, enjoy your life, think what you want of the world, and who cares what anyone thinks of what you think of it? You know what? This is one of my favorite statements.
Mm-hmm.
It's none of my business what you think of me. It's none of my business. And as soon as I make it my business, it ruins my moment. Why would I do that? I don't want to know what you think of me. It only leads to problem. I don't want more problem. I want more happiness, peace, enjoyment out of life.
Yep.
Anyway, that's my rant for the morning.
So good, Dad.
Yeah.
The ones that really embody that freedom and who they want to be and who they are, and ergo they allow it for others. They allow others to have space and do their thing. Those are the ones that inspire me. Those people have inspired me in my life, when they haven't divided themselves from the whole, but they get excited about what they got going on, to the point when they get so excited they got to share it. That is in high gear to me. And being in that high gear, and I know it for myself in times of my life where I leaned into my heart, and that is my strength. And it's like, I can be kind. I can give that to others. I can listen. I can get excited about something and share that with somebody. Maybe you'll run into somebody that they're on the same wavelength. And, the more connected and the less divided this thing can get.
Yeah.
Personally, that's where I see it all going. I think things they've always been crazy, but they're a little bit, I feel like we're a little bit more connected, all of us. And it just feels like it's getting better and better. And we get stuck in generational stuff, Dad, your parents think they know everything over you. And then you think, you know everything over your children. And I feel like in our generations, there's this great blend, I know you and I have tried to embody it on the show, but you and I don't even have to try, because you and I have always been friends, because you made a point of that when I was young. And that helped build inside of me the kind of person that I can be friends with anybody, any age.
Yeah.
I was the kid that wanted to go talk to the adults. And I see that in this generation, man. I see it in all of you coming.
Yep.
I'm excited.
Yes, the human experience going forward is going to be the experience of life. Generations from now, we'll learn to love the human experience of life, because so much technology is coming. so much AI, robotics, all the rest of that. It's going to give you the value of what a human is to you and what nature is to you. It's going to highlight that in a way that's because I talk about a lot. There's going to be no reason to be online. I know that sounds weird to us right now because not long from now, you're just going to go, lack of a better word, call it Siri or whatever. Like you're just going to ask it a question like, hey, I want to book a 4-bedroom room place in Fort Lauderdale, and I want my flights. I'd like to fly this time of day. Da 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 da. Boom! It's just going to happen for you. You're not going to have to go online, search around, find what's happening. It's just going to book it for you. Here's 4 bookings. Which one do you want? Boom. AI is going to be your personal secretary on your phone. We're only 6 months away from that right now, guys. To where you're just going to talk to it and tell it what you want done. I mean, it's magical. And anybody that's had a personal secretary, they're priceless. Yeah.
Yep.
So what are you going to want to do? You're going to want to have a human experience, not a AI experience. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Nice.
Yep.
Yeah. It sure does. It's an easier way to go about life. Seeing the good in yourself and your life and that peace and the happiness of your day is it takes time to focus on that. It does, but you can do it and you can get better at it each day. People don't believe that they can. Oh, you don't understand my life, Alan. If you lived my life, you would see. You know, my life is complicated. It's very, my niece has got the sickness and that's okay. All right, everybody has all that, but what's your focus on? What's your focus on in the next moment? What's your next hour look like? Are you envisioning what you want tomorrow to look like? Are you envisioning what your success looks like? Or are you just bouncing off the reality of life that keeps coming at you? You got a choice. Yeah. I got to roll because I got a yoga room to build. Sorry, meditation room. Yeah. Prayer, meditation, same thing.
On that note, love you guys.
We were late. Let's get out of here late.
Let's get have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. Have a happy, prosperous, health-filled, wonderful week ahead.
Don't forget Monday night, 7 o'clock Eastern. If you're interested in the Go Baby Trader, there's going to be a live stream that it's in the chat here. I'm sure it'll be underneath the show notes too. And I'll see you guys in Fort Lauderdale if you're going to be there at the show.
Yep. Have a great day on the boat, Mike. We